to be a Geelong ball with 0.3 remaining. Let's see the instruction. Get those hands up. Shelly, inbounds, Holmes, got it off, got it down, they wave it away. And this game ends in extraordinary circumstances.
Those shots were open. We didn't need to shoot a three, but if Jazz Shelly's open, we want her shooting that shot. So we got 3 open looks, and yeah, disappointing. I think we really deserved to win that, but we just weren't good enough on the night.
A little bit more of the same tonight between Geelong and Perth at the Strike House. The players checking in thanks to Minor Hotels. A 1-point game last time they met as Perth roll in the second leg of their weekend doubleheader is down in the Pivot City as they take on the Geelong Venom to finish off round 4 here in the WNBL. Great to have your company. Joel Peterson alongside WNBL champion Beck Cole, NBL champion and 3x3 Kangaroos women's head coach Damon Lowry. Beck, if last time is anything to go by, this could be all kinds of fun tonight.
Grab your popcorn. I don't think the ladder shows how tight this game will be. Geelong want redemption.
Someone who is very good at grabbing popcorn is Damon. Did you bring some? Have you prepared some earlier?
No, but next week might change. Hey, look, this game right here could go either way, but I think it's going to go the Perth way. Now, Geelong, this is a classic trap game. Perth coming all the way back from that tough win they had at home. Long flight, yada, yada. Nobody cares. I feel like if they come in with the wrong attitude, Geelong could get them. And
Chris Lucas put together a game plan that got them oh so close last time out. Mackenzie Holmes was a big part of that. She caught up with Kelsey Brown.
Mackenzie Holmes, thanks so much for your time. It feels like Geelong Venom are getting closer to finding their identity, especially on the defensive end. Do you feel like you guys are getting closer to the brand that you want to play?
Yeah, I think like you said, we've been really close in these last few games, and I think it's just putting together a complete game is what we're aiming for. We worked really hard in training these past few days, you know, looked at what we needed to work on from last game and just move on to the next game. It's a quick turnaround, so we're looking forward for another opportunity.
The last time you guys met Perth Lynx, you kept Annalie Maley to just 5 boards. She's averaging over 12 in the season. How do you look at that matchup today, and how do you keep her to that again in this game?
Yeah, we know she's a spark plug for them. We know, what she brings, the energy that she has every single time she steps on the floor. So just trying to contain that the best that we can. It's going to be a challenge for us, but I think that, whoever's matched up with her will give everything that they can to try to limit her.
We love what you're doing. Enjoy the game.
Thank you. Thanks.
Leads the league in scoring in the early part of the season, does Mackenzie Holmes. She's been such a big part of what they have done, and if there to be any chance tonight, Beck, she's probably going to have a reasonably big game.
They sure are. She has been impressive for me, the most outstanding import so far this season. But the likes of Gemma Potter, Alex Sharp and Jazz Shelly, we all need to step up and help, yes, defence, but just scoring production as well.
You've highlighted the contribution of Alex Chibatoni this season. She has come up big in big moments, and she caught up with Kels a little while ago.
Chiba, thanks so much for your time. Really quick turnaround for you guys. How's the recovery been and the travel over to Geelong?
I mean, flying from Perth is always rough, but, it was good we got here. They let us into, the recovery centre. We're just doing whatever we can to turn around and get our bodies right as quick as possible.
Plenty of matchups all over the court tonight. What's the biggest one in the game, do you think, in terms of Perth Lynx up against Venom?
I think, it will come down to how well we know the scout. They have clearly a really talented team, and I know they've struggled to get the win, but they've been right there every game. I think, getting the ball out of Jazz Shelly's hands will be a key for us. She's had a great start. But, yeah, just like the individual matchups all over the court and being able to contain our own man.
Love your work. Thanks.
Thank you.
She's had a great start to the season, Damon, a big part of what they're doing at the moment.
She has. She's a seasoned veteran. She knows how to get the job done. The team's got a lot of confidence now because they're winning games that they probably shouldn't have. So we'll see how they go tonight.
Yep, absolutely. Of course, it's a big night in Geelong, the home team. There you see the starting lineups as they take on the Perth Lynx this evening. We're down in a city that's produced a lot of terrific athletes over the years. Few have been finer than Kelsey Brown, who's courtside with us tonight. Hello, Kels.
Hey, Hey guys, great to be here. Thanks for the intro, Joel. Yes, it's building the atmosphere here at the Strike House. Geelong are definitely out for redemption. Spoke to Chris Lucas before the game. He said this one is a very important one for them. I want to talk about the third quarters. The first half will be important, but the third quarters are where both teams differ. Perth, in their third quarter last week, they played ugly, but Geelong, they came out and doubled their previous quarter's score. It'll come down to those third quarters and what happens there. I'm really looking forward to this contest.
Thank you, Kels. It's been a strength for Geelong so far this season, a weakness for Perth, those third quarters in this campaign. As Chris Lucas steals his team back, what do you think his final message to get them going would be?
Remain confident. Don't be afraid to shoot your shot, step up. But again, it's defense. We need to make sure we lock down the offensive transition into 3 balls for the Perth Lynx.
And Damon, for Ryan Petrick, who's had an up and down start with his team so far this season, what do you think his instruction would be to make sure that they are focused and really switched on to the start of this game?
Yeah, they need to put the shovels away, stop digging holes for themselves, stop shooting themselves in the foot, and for the love of God, get back in transition defense.
They've got shovels, they've got guns, they've got all kinds of implements. Let's hope they can put them to good use this evening as Geelong takes on the Perth Lynx. The Lynx are 4-1. Geelong 1-4. Perth have won all 4 matchups between these two teams in Geelong's time in the WNBL. But as we mentioned earlier, when they met earlier in the season, 77-76, it was the Lynx who came from behind to escape with a win. This WNBL season has thrown up all kinds of surprises already. Is there another in store tonight? As Turner wins the opening tip, straight to Chibatoni, who gets the Lynx off to the perfect start.
I'm just not surprised. She's been doing it all season. Chibatoni sees a mismatch, blue balls her inside for an easy 2.
Here is Potter. Lily Rotunno into the starting lineup for Geelong tonight. Turner, who's been an absolute weapon at the defensive end for the Lynx. Ryan Petrick spoken about the fact that they do have Hanshu coming in, and they're playing the style that will suit her when she arrives, and maybe not making the most of what Bree Turner can bring to the table just out of necessity at the moment. Low numbers on the shot clock here for Geelong. 3 for Holmes from the elbow. That is her bread and butter.
Yeah, it is, and Brianna Turner got to know she's caught sagging off for no reason. Mackenzie Holmes is not going to turn down any shots, so Bree Turner's got to be switched on better than that.
26 points a game at 59% shooting in the early part of the season for Mackenzie Holmes. Putting together one hell of a campaign. Turner gets to her left hand. That won't go. Sharp pulls down the rebound. Maley guarding Potter. Rotunno's got that blazing speed all alone in the corner. Shelly kicks it to Holmes, and that one won't fall. And that, of course, in round 3, Perth took a 5-point lead. They led at every change, but Geelong made it awfully tough for them. Neither of these teams have started particularly well so far this season. Geelong yet to lead at quarter time in a game so far this year. Perth 2-3 in the opening frame. Wilson heaves one up. That won't fall. Yet to see the best of Ali Wilson, of course, coming off the injury pre-season, and now the nose injury. And that's a nice early sign for Jazz Shelly back.
It is. Fills her with confidence seeing that shot go down. As we see, can Atwell get going? And she needed that too.
Back at you.
But for the Venom, that's exactly what I want to see. Lynx are tired. They've just had an excruciating game against the Flyers. They've just travelled. If they can get stops and push like this, the ball movement is looking nice already.
We're seeing the offense right now. That's some good ball movement. Great job by Alex Sharp cutting along the baseline. And just got a backcourt violation as well. Geelong is up and about.
It's been a great start here for the Lynx. Chris Lucas will have had them steeled and ready to roll for this evening. No doubt about that. 401st game for the Geelong coach. He's been doing it for a long time and has been successful more often than not. Rotunno gets to her left hand, speeds through the defense, can't finish. Turn of the rebounder. We know this is where Maley is so strong. Pushing the ball in transition, taking it all the way and banking it home.
That is a tough finish, and that was the move she was doing against the Flyers, getting the ball around half court and just taking it herself. But that's a matchup I'm going to love to see, is Sharp and Maley, both rebounding machines and just women that never give up.
She doesn't rush in those situations. Last touch by Sharp. Turner had a hand in there as well. It'll be really easy for Annalie Maley to get a real head of steam up coming downhill and just fly into the basket, Damon. But she is patient. She's methodical with how she works through those situations.
Yeah, she is. She's improved so much. Six year in the league. She's just shooting career number. Uh-oh. I will come back down on Lee Maley because right now Amy Atwell, 2 for 2, Beck, and we were saying she's not been shooting the ball well. Only 15% from 3, which is not like her, so this could be a big one.
She was 7 of 48 coming into this, Damon. Now 9 of 50 on the season. A Sharp fades away and gets the midi to go.
I'm calling it. If Atwell makes one more 3, she's back. Remember, she hit 2 in a row against the Flyers and went cold. Making one more, she's good to go. But Chiapatoni, she is just a strong woman down there, and I love just seeing how she works. No one can speed her up.
She's made big plays in all of their wins so far this season. Chiapatoni sat out the one game as part of this campaign so far. Shelly can't hit, but Potter can clean it up. Back to a one-point game in the early going.
Yeah, Perth missed the box out assignment right then, and Jimmy Potter made him pay the price.
That's a turnover.
Just back down the lead before I was distracted by Amy Atwell's corner 3. 6th season in the league. She has not had 1 year where she has not averaged double-figure rebounds. And this is the best three-point shooting percentage she's had all in her career, 38%. So her skills just getting better and better. Who's helping?
Matano takes advantage of the lapse. The youngster from the Gold Coast making things happen early. Atwell's offline. The heat check was always going up at some point. Almost duty bound to do it. Here's Amy Atwell. Annalie Maley tips that one out of play. Of course, coming off off-season surgery, but someone who is so well credentialed. Olympian, Asia Cup bronze medalist, Amy Atwell, a certified gunner. Venom by 1. Tuesday night hoops in the WNBL. Terrific to have your company. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry, Beck Cole and Kelsey Brown with you at the Strike House in the pivot city of Geelong. As Holmes gets that to go down low.
Beck, do you suggest, I see Brandon Turner playing a bit of a drop defense. Mackenzie Holmes is just popping out that little open area right there. Is that sustainable?
No. I'm actually quite surprised they're in a drops, but that's probably more for the reason of Rattano. They want to force her into a jump shot. But Mackenzie, she's smart. She's reading that pick and roll. She's a shooter. Her touch is so soft. But Rattano, she has come up good. Nice finish there and a great pocket pass to Holmes. She's really stepped in nicely in her first big contract in this league.
Speaking of soft touch, that's exactly what Lily displayed on that occasion. Atwell puts the head down and draws the foul, which is where she is so proficient in forcing her way through that contact. 26 of 32 at the line this season, Damon.
And Amy she's bigger than what you think she is. Once she gets inside the key, 6'6", but strong, not just a three-point shooter, can get herself to the free throw line. And this is where you get your confidence from.
183 centimetres, so as you well and truly covered, Mr. Lowry.
I tried to be 183 centimetres once.
2 will go at the line for Amy Atwell, which is pretty textbook. And again, she's done so much of her work. She had 8 points in that win over Sydney earlier in the season, all of them coming at the free throw line. So while she hasn't been able to knock down too many shots, she has been able to keep the scoreboard ticking over.
And she's so important. If she's not scoring, she's opening up other players on her team because she forces and brings a crowd to her. And we see there with nice off-ball movement to get her going. But that's something that she just brings with her being on the court.
See, Ali Wilson adjusting the mask a few times. Bringing the ball up the floor to find Atwell. Here's Potter in the corner. That one will bounce off. Morris out there now for the Lynx. Tegan Graham into the game for the first time this evening as well.
Good pass.
Beautiful feed inside. It was an absolute bullet to Morris.
All started by Annalie Maley's penetration and transition. A good extra pass by Tegan Graham.
Returno, Shelly, Sharp, Potter, Holmes, the 5 for Geelong at the moment. Here's Returno again, floating it home.
What about Returno just reading the pick and roll? They're icing her, so they're forcing her to her weak hand, which is her left. And she's just proven she can go that way now.
Pass down low to Morris, who left that one short. Holmes is able to collect the rebound, her second of the game. Returno leads all scorers for Geelong with 6. Amy Atwell's got a game-high 10 in the early going. That would delight Ryan Petrick and the Lynx. Sharp down low, Shelly from deep.
You saw it, didn't you, Beck? Mackenzie was wide open in the middle of the key. They missed her.
Just over 3 minutes to go in this opening term. Bailey trying to force her way through the defence. 7th and 2nd on the table, 4-1 the Lynx, 1-4 the Venom. It was a 1-point game last they met. Wilson with a bomb!
What an impressive shot. She had no choice but to shoot it, and money.
Annalie gave her the hand grenade pass. Turnover if she don't take that shot, but Willie got it to go. Yeah, she's right there, right there.
Shelly left it short. Holmes not getting maybe those opportunities as Atwell steps into one and just grazes the underside of the net.
Beck, that's the second time that they've missed Mackenzie Holmes on a pick and roll. She's right there in the mid-range area as we see the Amy replay. Willie let it go from about 25 feet, nothing but cash.
Holmes is such a big target. She hasn't missed from the mid-range yet. They just need to pick and choose, use a hesitation dribble or a box dribble, make the defender really have to choose who they're going to defend. But I'd like to see Holmes with a few more shot attempts at this point in the game.
Great to see Mackenzie Clinch-Hoycard back out there as well. Of course, had the concussion against Bendigo a couple of Tuesdays ago. Holmes with the turnaround. That is so smooth.
Come on.
And this is what I love about her game. She's got the foot speed on Morris. She just gave her a crossover dribble, up fake, turn around. Like, what footwork? Again, another player who can't be sped up.
Morris down low gets 2 to go. Lynx ahead by 2. It's been a fast-paced, high-scoring opening term.
Two-man game right here.
Tano's been terrific early with 6 for the Venom. Brett hesitates, top of the three-point line, try to dump it off to Potter, and that Perth defence read it well. Turner and Graham combined to win it back. Turner wanted to go the length of the floor and bounced it out.
That's not Brandon Turner's strength, making moves in the open court. But, Beck, I don't know about you. I think I do know about you. You know what a hot hand is, and there's no reason that Mackenzie Holmes, you got a good mismatch right now. No disrespect to Mamiah Morris, but she just cannot stay with Mackenzie Holmes.
The WNBL season, of course, we got world-class athletes, fierce rivalries, and truly epic basketball. All your news, scores, and info at WNBL.com.au. You can scan the QR code on screen now. Get the tickets, of course, as well. Geelong trailing by 2. Shelly, Clinch-Hoycard back into the team. A little bit strong on that one. Morris the rebound. And they want to push the pace here. Steph Gorman gets it off to Chibatoni. Holmes with another rebound, her 3rd of the contest so far. So both teams are up and back.
Look at it.
This is certainly the way that Perth like to play. Clinch-Hoycard gets Morris up in the air and steps into the open 2.
And Clinch-Hoycard, she's known for her shooting. Morris over-closed out on that. And what, from your 5-man, what a great pump fake and into a jump shot.
Spent plenty of time. The Lynx as well. Mackenzie Clinch-Hoycard and plying her trade in the NBL 1 West. So plenty of familiar faces out there for her this evening. 5 on the shot clock here for Chibatoni. Turner for 3. Nice pass to Morris. It'll work however they get it. 2-point lead to the Lynx. Returno doesn't take on the half-court shot to beat the buzzer. And Perth have come into Geelong and taken early lead. They're up by 2 with a quarter played.
Welcome back to the strike. Welcome back to the Strike House. It is Geelong trailing the Perth Lynx at the moment. 25 plays 23. A great start to this, but Chris Lucas not happy. He said our coverages on the defensive end and our discipline in them is not good. We've missed our blockouts, throwing the ball away. We've been really loose with our possession. We can score on this team. We need to make the most of that. He looked straight at Jazz Shelly and said, when you take a shot and you look at those good shots, make sure you're balanced.
Thank you, Kels. He had a bit of frustration early in the game with how they defended against Townsville as well. Did Chris Lucas, so experienced, of course. Great to have your company. Tuesday night hoops in the WNBL. It is Geelong hosting Perth. The Lynx up by 2 after a quarter. And Alyssa Brett has that swatted by Morris. Falls to Holmes, who can't hit. Joel Peterson alongside Beck Cole and Damon Lowry. Finally, some joy from outside as far as shooting the ball goes, David, in this opening term for Perth.
Yeah, high scoring, 25-23. They shoot at a good percentage. In fact, did you recognize that defense that Ryan went to already?
David, I've just been waiting for my turn. Back to a 2-3 zone defense. I wonder, is it just out of a timeout for that one possession after that quarter break? Or are they going into it for the long haul? Because right now, they're not getting stops, but they're scoring. I cannot wait to see.
So what would prompt the decision to go to that defense particularly, that style of defense? What are you trying to stop?
Well, we're trying to probably stop some, I guess, three-point shooting or some penetration. It's not a whole lot of three-point shooting happening right now, but they were so successful with it in the last game. They probably figured, you know what, let's just bring it out a little bit early, because a lot of teams, like you said, Beck, they don't practice a lot against the 2-3 zone.
So the burgers as well for the 2 missed free throws for the Perth Lynx. The code is WPaint. Head to your Victorian Hungry Jack's store before 6 o'clock tomorrow. And tell them Brianna sent you.
Hey, there's 200 meters from here, JP.
There is indeed.
It's Tuesday, Damon. It is not cheat day for me, so I will not be attending the party later on.
On the freeway on the way out of Geelong as well. Not far away from Geelong Arena, I reckon there's a sneaky HJ's. Holmes sees the double down low, passes it out to Brett, who got fouled by Graham coming across the lane.
And we spoke about the zone. That's also, like Damon said, teams haven't practiced a whole lot of zone just yet, so the fluidity of it won't be up to par as it will be further down the season. But in that play, Geelong were so stagnant. They're not quite sure where they're going right now. They need to find the space.
Speaking of fluidity, not on that occasion as Shelly and Brett can't connect.
Clean boulder. And the 2-3 zone, you get to hide/protect Yamaya Morris from playing one-on-one defense.
27-23, first season, of course, with the Lynx for Yamaya Morris, and last season with the Sydney Flames. And Ryan Petrick said we brought her in to play that specific defensive role. She's out there at the moment with Turner, Gorman, Atwell and Chibatoni.
And I think Morris has been playing her role perfectly. She's distributing the ball like that to Atwell with a great backdoor cut and one. But against Flyers on Sunday, she was amazing as well. She made big-time buckets going into that at the end of the first quarter. Got a rebound, put them back in the lead. She's just been really impressive to me for her role.
And you can see Jimmy Potter overplaying because she's worried about Amy Atwell coming off that dribble handoff. How would you guard that action, Beck? You guard Amy, who you know she's a sniper, and it's a dribble handoff. What do?
I am in her job. I had to do it all semi-final season last year. So up and in. Don't let her get the ball.
Timeout with 8:12 remaining here in this second term. It's the Lynx with a 7-point lead. So Ryan Petrick could be pleased with what he's seen so far as he gets the chance to address his team in this opening term. Or this second term, they start on a 5-0 run to start this second quarter. The Perth Lynx coming off a weekend double into this game against Geelong. And most pleasingly for them, Amy Atwell is finding some confidence and finding a real offensive groove, Damon.
She's got belief in herself. It's only a matter of time. Amy knows who she is. It's who she's always been, even in her college days. It's just a matter of getting herself, getting the first couple to go in. Her teammates still got faith in her, so it's only a matter of time. But what I like is she's getting layups. She's getting backdoor cuts. She's getting free throws. She's not just a three-point shooter. She's an all-around complete scorer.
So the Lynx with the early advantage here, 30-23. Just under 2 minutes played here in this second term. Tuesday night hoops in the WNBL. It is the Perth Lynx 30 leading Geelong 23, a 5-0 run out of the break of quarter time for Perth to take a 7-point advantage. John Peterson alongside WNBL champion on a couple of occasions, Beck Cole, NBL champion Kangaroos 3x3 women's head coach Damon Lowry, and Kelsey Brown courtside with us in Geelong this evening.
And now we see Lynx in a 3-2 zone with Brianna Turner being that long athletic body up the top. So they've changed it from a 2-3 to a 3-2 in this possession. And again, force the Venom into a tough shot and one that wasn't in their execution of play.
Shelly almost hit the three at one end. Atwell doesn't get the friendly roll at the other. It'll stay with Perth, though, off the hands of Mackenzie Holmes, who's got 6 and 4 in the early going. Morris with 6 and 4 at the other end. Atwell's got a game-high 13 for the Lynx.
And they dodged the bullet right there. She's coming down in transition, but the Southside Flyers got to take some credit for Ryan Petrick now finding a new love of zone defenses.
Morris was looking for Atwell and just didn't have the connection on that occasion. Bit of a breakdown between the two. Shelly pushes the pace. Brett was over on Sunday. Can't hit there. And Atwell pulls down the rebound.
Although they missed, if Venom can get stops and run, that doesn't allow Lynx to set up in the zone and make them have to go to that half-court offense. So
that's a good start. That's a good start. And that's what they did so well in the first term, which was played at a breakneck pace.
Exactly, they really did, and it suits them. It allows Jazz Shelly to get some on-ball screens in transition. It allows Rotunno to go downhill, and then Mackenzie Holmes as well. She can do it all. I'd love to see the ball go through her a bit more, but right now I don't think Venom have an answer for this zone.
Let's see Tegan Graham talking things over with Yamaya Morris on the bench. Holmes, Sharp, Shelly, Rotunno, and Clinch Hoycard out there for Geelong at the moment. Maley comes back into the game, along with Wilson for the Lynx. Shot from Sharp was a little bit strong. Turner's able to pull down the rebound. Maley pushes it ahead. Atwell sizes up Clinch Hoycard, gets to her right hand, passes it off the knee of Mackenzie Holmes.
Yeah, you got to put that floater up there, Amy. You did all the hard work, got yourself into the key. But this is 3.5 minutes back. Perth have not given up a bucket for Geelong. This is demoralizing. They can go into this half with like a double-digit lead.
Atwell from outside.
She back.
She's found her range tonight, Amy Atwell. And there would be coaches across the competition who would just be starting to tremble a little bit.
Oh, for sure. And I think with Atwell, you can tell the word necessarily wouldn't have been confidence, because she was putting up the shots. When you're a scorer of her caliber, and she said, quote, she chooses herself as the best shooter in the league. She knows the next one's going down. That's the mentality. And JP, you got me in stitches, because as a player, I'm also being like, oh no, Atwell is back.
Yeah, it's a problem for them at the moment, this Geelong team. Amy Atwell, she has got 16 points in the game. Kelsey Brown caught up with Chris Lucas pre-game and asked how he was going to contain Amy Atwell and Annalie Maley.
There's some really strong people on the other side of the court. Annalie Maley, she's having an excellent season. How do you limit the impact that she has on the game?
She's going to get hers. She's going to get her rebounds, but we're just, at the moment, we've got a game plan in place, and hopefully we can improve on a week ago.
What about Amy Atwell, the coverages that you're playing against her tonight, you know, that she can get hot from deep? What are you looking at doing against someone like an Amy tonight?
Look, she's a very good player. She hasn't hit her straps fully yet, but she's going to at some stage, and let's hope it's not tonight.
Well, sorry, Chris, but she's got 16 in the ball game, brother. And she is off to a blazing start, 33-23. Let's check in with Kelsey. We heard what Chris Lucas said pre-game. Kels, what did he say in that timeout?
Yeah, well, he's still not happy with his team. He said, offensively now, we're very poor. We're not getting good looks. We're not getting good shots. Yes, they're not falling, but they're also not getting the presentation of the shots that they want. He said we need to play outside of ourselves on both ends of the floor.
Oh, wow. Speaking of, Maley's doing that at the moment. She led Perth back into the game on Sunday. And she's putting it together, a nice start here again. 12-point lead now to the Lynx.
Got to be aggressive, Mackenzie. Mackenzie has 6 points at the quarter time on 3 of 6 shooting.
Beautiful pass from Shelly, splitting the defense and finding Sharp.
Good pass, it was, JP, but Mackenzie Holmes is leading the league in scoring for a reason, but right now, she's not getting enough touches. It's as simple as that.
Have a look at the blazing speed of Lily Rotunno.
Blink and you miss her. And again, left-hand side of the basket, Rotunno has come up big today.
She's putting together a good couple of games.
Boy, that's class.
That is rapid.
And for the kids at home, you saw her then push the ball out in front of her so she could run onto it, because she knew she had the speed on Alex Chi-Batoni. That was a classy move.
35-27, and immediately Ryan Petrick says, I've seen enough of that. I'm going to try and cut this out and nip it in the bud immediately. She's been very impressive so far. You spoke, Damon, about the need for Mackenzie Holmes to get more touches. She is leading the leading scoring so far. She is such a problem for opposition teams, and Kelsey spoke to Ryan Petrick about how to combat her in the pre-game.
Plan A is always Bree Turner. Mackenzie's she's been incredible, obviously, all season for him, but in fairness, we think right now we've got the best big defensive in the league in Bree. And as always, we'll take a team collective. If we can get everyone else to help, it'd be great.
So there you hear the Perth Lynx's comments. I mean, they've done a reasonable job of not denying or giving her a lot of easy looks so far in this game.
I think Geelong Venom teammates are doing a better job of keeping Mackenzie Holmes down. They just missed her on too many occasions on pick and rolls, mid-range shots. Let her make decisions. She doesn't have to shoot the ball all the time, but she's got to get some touches.
Kelsey, what did Ryan have to say at that timeout?
Well, Damon, you said it off the top that they need to play defensive transition. He called that timeout because he was frustrated with Rotunno getting that easier drive to the basket. He said we need to get more control of that and not allow them to push the pace like this.
just try and curtail her ability to get out and run on this occasion. Clinch, Hoycard, Potter, Ratunno, Sharp, Shelly. So a little bit of small ball lineup here for Geelong with Holmes off the floor. Potter now, 4 on the shot clock. Clinch Hoycard's going to have to hoist it up, and it falls! Mackenzie Clinch Hoycard, it is very good to have you back.
And that would have felt good against her old team. But again, look at that step back on the likes of Turner and her wingspan. That is a tough shot.
Maybe little double cobra for the Venom player there as well from Mackenzie Clinch Hoycard. I wasn't sure whether she'd bust out the full double flex. It was just a mini, just letting them know she's there. Like the little Sally at mid-court. So now the Lynx putting together an 8-0 run. Wilson leaves that one wide and short. 4:25 remaining here in this second term. Game to close out round 4 in the WNBL. The second-placed Lynx, the 7th-placed Venom, 4-1 Perth, 1-4 Geelong. But remember, as we've been saying throughout, when they met last, it was a 1-point game, and Geelong made things awfully tough for the Lynx in scraping home to victory. Clinch Hoycard tosses that one away. Maley was in the right place at the right time. She wants to push it in transition, gets all the way downhill, can't finish it off, neither can Turner. Maley's there for the offensive board, and it's pinched by Shelly.
Had Willie wide open in front of her, only just didn't see her.
Shelly can't finish at the other end. It's a track meet at the moment between these two teams. Maley an open 3. Another possession here for Perth.
Venom need to box out right now. They got some momentum going their way, but you're doing a great job of forcing tough shots. Reward yourself and get a rebound.
Terrific pass from Chibatoni. Whips it around and finds Turner underneath.
Hey, Beck, is there any reason why you think Amy Atwell, is she still in Geelong at the moment, or where is she? Can we maybe get Kelsey Brown to go down there and just ask Ryan? You got a girl that's hotter than hell right now.
Sharp tosses that one away. Wilson wants to push it. Ratunno got a hand in. Chibatoni's good enough to collect it. And the foul is called. Jazz Shelly and Gemma Potter both in there defensively. 6-point lead to the Lynx. 3:04 remaining here in this second term.
Beck, where does the offense come from when Mackenzie Holmes? Well, she's back in the game now, but I was going to say this is a time that I think Gemma Potter needs to be aggressive like we were saying in the pregame. Gemma's got to get some shots up. She's got good size, good athleticism. She's not putting enough pressure on Perth Lynx defense right now.
Well, this has been the big question. We've seen Shelly do it in a couple of games. Holmes do it consistently every single game. Who is that next person? And for me, we need Shelly, but we need Potter. Like you said, her athleticism, she can shoot the ball so well. She has a great jump shot.
Almost hit that one on cue.
We also need Sharp. Sharp, Shelly, and Potter. You need 4 people in double figures to win games. And right now, Ratunno is the one that's helping Holmes.
She's the only one in double figures for Geelong at the moment. Here's Lily Ratunno. A great start she's made to this contest. For the Geelong Venom, played a NBL1 Southball in Geelong this season after a year over in New Zealand last season. Atwell with the dribble move, splits the deep end defense out to Chibatoni. Maley can't keep it alive. Sharp comes up with it for Geelong. Wanted to toss it inside to Holmes. Just didn't have the seal in the right spot for her. Ratunno comes off the pick. Holmes will pop out, puts it on the floor. 8 on the shot clock, methodically works her way through, gets to her spot, gets to her left hand and was fouled.
Would you like to see her shoot that 3-point shot?
I would have, I definitely did. But like you said, JP, she was methodical, got to her spot, got herself to the free throw line. Only a 4-point deficit.
Shooting at a 33% on the season from downtown is Mackenzie Holmes, so she is capable of knocking down that shot. She's going to take the ball and head to the free throw line. Of course, this season you can win a signed WNBL ball signed by your team of choice. Scan the QR code on screen and get involved to win a great little prize. Look awfully good in the pool room or up on the mantelpiece somewhere.
Straight to the pool room.
Holmes hits 2, makes it a 2-point game again. So they've fought their way back here, have the Venom, after trailing by double figures, as many as 12 early in this second quarter. Atwell underneath, scores with one to come.
Morris and Atwell's 1-2 game is so good tonight. Their connection, they're reading each other, and she's got good eyes, and Atwell here just with a great pump fake, got Holmes up and a strong finish. Atwell's off-ball action today has been class.
Amy Atwell knocks down the free throw. 19 in the game for the Lynx sharpshooter. 40-35. Remember, Perth has not scored 80 points in a game so far this season. They only scored fewer than 85 times all of last season.
Whoa.
And Mackenzie throws that one away.
Perth go back to the 2-3 zone. Probably should have never came out of it because Geelong was struggling to score.
They scored the first 10 points of the quarter, Perth. Geelong were then able to go on a run of their own. 12-2 to make it close once more. Graham from outside. Morris pulls down the offensive rebound. That's 6 for the Lynx in that category, but it's taken away by Holmes. Minute 10 remaining here in this second term. Tuesday night hoops at the Strike House in Geelong. The Venom hosting the Lynx, down by 5, looking for their second win of the season. Rotunno's been terrific already and just continues to build on her promise.
Lily, what are you on? Besides fire.
13 points in the game for Lily Rotunno. This is a real breakout from her. Wilson to Morris, just throws it at the rim and gets it to fall.
And Lynx are changing it up right now. On a score, they're in a zone. On a miss, they're in man. So I think that is also throwing out Venom's offense because they're not quite sure. Are we in man-to-man offense? Are we in zone offense? And this is why you see people like Mackenzie went baseline, thought Potter was going to be in the corner, wasn't there. But Rotunno really keeping them alive right now.
6 of 7 from the field. Lily Rotunno, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. She's got a team-high 13 points.
Oh, Lily, let it fly, girl.
Ball's in her hands here again, guarded by Wilson. Across the lane, outside, Brett for 3, no good. Turner will reel in the rebounds. Perth can get the last look at it here in this first half. Led by 2 at quarter time. 1 by 1 here a bit over a week ago. Wilson drops it off. And 2 more will go for Turner. And that will do us in this opening half. And the Lynx haven't dug themselves a hole tonight, but they are certainly in a ball game at the moment. 44-38. The Venom playing them tough. But it is Perth who are on top at half-time. They lead this one by 6. It promises to be a terrific clash as we head toward this second half. It has been a breakout game so far for the home teams. Lily Rotunno, who's alongside Kelsey Brown.
Yeah, it has. She's been huge in this first half, Lily. You've had a massive say in this. You're keeping your team in it. Has there been a directive from Chris to push the pace?
Chris is always instilling confidence in me to be more aggressive, and my best game is facilitating, so when I'm scoring, it's so much easier to get everyone open, but I feel like everyone's coming to this game with an aggressive mindset.
44 points for Perth Lynx on the defensive end. What are the things that you need to clean up?
I think we just need to stay aggressive. We want to go into every game with a defensive mentality, and when we get stops, it's so much easier to score, so I think it's going to be a big focus for us coming into the second half.
Great work in the first half.
Thank you.
She's put on a bit of a show here in this first half, Lily Rotunno. The fans are enjoying it in the Strike House. It's Perth by 6. We'll break it all down for you on the other side of this.
Central. And thanks to Laser Quest, that ball's yours as well. You get to keep that one. Big round of applause for Amy. Got herself $100 cash to spend at Quest Geelong Central.
Check out the others. They go great with the hydrangeas below. Yeah, they should pass.
Big shout out to our Quest winner once again. Amy scored herself $100 Quest money cash with the Quest Geelong Central money shots to enjoy a bit of a staycation at Quest Geelong Central. They've got their fantastic rooftop area. They've got amazing rooms. They've got the gym in there too, and plenty of great restaurants around the local area for you to enjoy while you're having your stay as well. $100 cash and a free basketball thanks to Laser Quest as well. You can find those guys on Mallup Street, Geelong, and also next to Reading Cinemas in Warpons.
Maybe the battery's not on properly.
Don't forget, we also got some free burgers as well. If you look up on the big screen very soon, there we go. You'll see right there, that is our code word, WPAINT. Download the WNBL app and enter today's code word to claim your free cheeseburger. Thanks to Hungry Jack's. The burgers are better than Hungry Jack's.
I know what I'm getting for dinner on the way home, man. It's going to be cheeseburgers and Hungry Jack's.
Shot clock ticking down. What's she going to do, Shanice Swain? She has to go for it. Oh, she nails it! Shanice Swain has arrived in WNBL26. For the pick-up and put-back. They win it back, the Cats. Melbourne to make them pay off the right. Gets it done.
Want to get it in just in time. Here's Tolo. Stepping through. Follows her own miss. Tolo! 1-1 on the game clock. And she looks to have won it for Bendigo.
Done by Annalie Maley for rebound number 11. Going. She's running downhill. She goes, oh, she is incredible! It's a lot for Isha Cooper, buying the pressure. Fagan against Froling. Put her in the best.
That's just our style.
Some of the best action from across the course of round 4 so far, and we are being treated to a ball game here in Geelong at half-time. It is the Venom who are trailing by 4, but playing the Perth Lynx very tough indeed. Joel Peterson, Beck Cole, Damon Lowry with you. There are our match stats to half-time. Both teams shooting it pretty well. The Lynx have found their shot, particularly Amy Atwell's found her shot here in this game as well, which is a great sign for Ryan Petrick and the Perth Lynx, Damon.
Yeah, that's what you want. All of a sudden, Amy Atwell is now remembering. She never really forgot, but now she's finally got the proof that she's hitting shots. Take it away, Beck Cole.
She is back with a vengeance, Damon. 19 points right now, 67% shooting. We said 2, yeah, we feel you, Amy. That's what you're going to do every game. If she hits the third, she is back, and boy, is she ever. But her off-ball movement and getting finishes just like this and the backdoor cuts, that's been a great asset to her game tonight.
So if she files the paperwork to you to say, to apply to be back, are you giving her the stamp to say approved?
Stamp of accreditation, approved, JP.
It's like she never left, Amy Atwell. 19 points in that first half. She's been knocking down shots. She's been facilitating the offence. She had a rough shooting start to the season, which was so uncharacteristic. We know her journey back from injury and that kind of thing as well. On the other side of it, Lily Rotunno is more than holding her own in that first half, Dave.
Man, is she ever. I was not familiar with Lily's work, but I am now becoming a fast fan. 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Her speed in transition is not normal. She's backing herself, still got the 4 dimes. Like to see her be more aggressive, go for a career high. Like right now, the team needs firepower, right? They need offensive productivity. Mackenzie Holmes has been held down a little bit, so Lily might as well step up.
Yes, a youngster from the Gold Coast who has done a little bit of work with former NBL MVP Derek Rucker along her basketball journey, so trained by someone who knows a bit about the caper and doing it nicely here at halftime. 4-point game. We had a thrilling finish when they met last round. Hopefully we've got more of that. Stick around. Second half is next.
Want some more? I'm up in my zone, touching the sky, feeling the flow, and I love it.
Welcome back to Tuesday Night Hoops here in the WNBL. It's Geelong Venom hosting the Perth Lynx, and the Perth Lynx lead by 6 at the major break. It's been a case of an interesting first half. The Perth Lynx, they lead in every single stat category, and we know that Chris Lucas, head coach of Geelong Venom, has been big on the offensive end and the discipline. The only category that Geelong Venom lead in terms of stats is actually turnovers, something that they'll need to address in this third quarter.
Thank you, Kels. It's going to be a fascinating second half to see how this one unfolds. Of course, Geelong played them so tough when they last met here in Geelong. You see Chris Lucas's bench there, Shyla Heel sitting on the bench, hopefully not too far away from returning. 38-44 is the score as we get set to start this second half. Did have it at 40-44, but that has been revised to 38-44 as we start the second half here. Joel Peterson, Beck Cole, Damon Lowry with you in commentary. Kelsey Brown is courtside this evening as we close out round 4 in the WNBL. Geelong will kick off round 5 against the Southside Flyers as well, as Wilson looks across the lane for Perth and Maley just can't keep it alive. So Chris Lucas's focus coming out of halftime here, Damon. How does he get Mackenzie Holmes? I mean, she's got 8 points, but how do they get her more involved in this game to really lead them?
They got to run specific sets for her. Like, she's got the 8, but she has 6 at quarter time. So right now, it's a little bit too equal opportunity. I feel like she's got the foot speed. She's got the ball handling skills to get around her defenders, even though it's, wow, that Jazz finally gets on the scoreboard. But even though Ryan Patrick thinks that Brandon Turner is the Mackenzie stopper, I tend to disagree, but I like to see her just get up at least 6-7 shots this quarter. But you got to isolate her, JP.
Jazz Shelly with 5. 2 makes so far in the game, 2 of 7 from the field for the talented guard out of Gippsland. Atwell leads all scorers with 19 in the first half. Turner's been a menace. Potter dives on the loose ball. Atwell beats her to it, comes up with it. Low numbers on the shot clock now. Good defense played by Shelly, who pries it free. Drops it off to Potter underneath. Wild fling at the hoop. And it'll stay in blue.
This is good, though. Geelong Venom have come out with 2 stops in a row, and they're applying defensive pressure. This is exactly what they need to do.
That's where Chris Lucas has made his name for so long as a coach. Shelly from outside, no good. Holmes is going to keep it alive. Just the 6 offensive rebounds apiece in this game. Dropped it off to Rotunno, and then Holmes fumbled it away. As Kelsey said, they need to limit the turnovers here in this second half. Already the 9 in the ball game for Geelong. Perth with 8 at the other end. Atwell stepping back and firing, no good. Perth led by 12 in that second term. Geelong's biggest lead was 5 early in the game. Perth have led all the way since we ended the opening term. Holmes working her way across the key. Rotunno from outside is feeling it.
Picking up where she left off in that first half. I really like that she's shooting these threes with confidence. Now you're making threes, now you're harder to guard, now you can attack the basket. She'll find her layup, she'll draw 2, now find her players.
And it's Mackenzie Holmes who made the play. Alice Wilson sucked in out of that corner because she's worried about Mackenzie, trying to score. She's in no man's land. And Lily made her pay the price.
So we've spoken about the fact that Holmes hasn't maybe had the biggest scoring night so far, at least by her standards, but she's got 8, 5 and 4 assists. So she continues to make things tick for that Geelong offense.
That's what I mean. That's why you got to get the ball in her hands.
Having a big who can pass and distribute the ball opens so much up for you, Beck.
It really can. If you can pass, score, do all the above, it makes you such a threat, and it makes the defense have to decide how to guard you.
Who was the best passing big you played with? What comes to mind?
I really enjoyed playing with Mercedes Russell, WNBA import. We had a great little 1-2 connection. We played with each other for a few seasons, and when you play with a good big who sets good screens, Damon, we love a big who sets good screens. The options are endless.
I feel like there's Perth Lynx fans out here who heard the name Mercedes Russell and just sort of had a full-body chill.
Yeah, they did. That woman, she hit the game-winning shot for us to get back home for Game 3 and win the chip.
And the block shot.
Annalie Maley at the line. Of course, a couple of grand final series where she was so pivotal. One against Chris Lucas's Adelaide, and then against this Ryan Petrick coached Perth team. She was terrific while she was here with us in the WNBL. Perth by 3 to start this second half. 2.5 minutes played already. Rotunno's got the hot hand for Geelong with 16 points. This one to Holmes, long 2, won't fall. Rebound will fall to Rotunno, who keeps it alive. And Shelly calls for the action. New 14 here for Geelong. Holmes tried to drop it off. Loose ball, possession arrow. And we'll see which way this one goes. It's going to stay with Geelong. Let's get down to Kelsey.
David and Becky spoke about Gemma Potter being a big person coming into this game and you needing more from her. Unfortunately, she's got her 4th foul at the moment. Very frustrated with the calls down that other end, but now it turns to who steps up in place of Gemma Potter. Who can be that person that comes in and covers what she will be missing maybe for this 3rd quarter?
Yeah, Kelsey, I'm looking at Alex Sharp now. Alex Sharp's got to step up, but I'm telling you, it's Jazz Shelly mid-range no-go. Beck, I like a 2-man game with Lily Returno and Mackenzie Holmes. Wing ball screen and see how it's defended.
Turner running the floor, lays that one home.
And then you can have the likes of Jazz Shelly open in that weak side corner for a 3. Get her going or off-ball cuts. But again, when Perth score, they're back into that zone.
Here is Alex Sharp, right on cue, the co-captain. Starting to get things moving for the Venom. She's got 8 in the game.
University of Wake Forest.
Demon Deacon as Chippertoni takes it to the cup and banks that home.
You can still set ball screens in this 2-3 zone too, Beck.
Returno to the corner for Shelly.
Exactly right. And what you can... we spoke about that corner 3 for Jazz Shelly and we got it right there. But exactly right, for zone, you need inside, back outside, back to the inside. And what you can do is through penetration off pick and roll.
Maley likes the look of the straightaway 3. Mackenzie Holmes scurries after her 6th rebound of the game. She's got 8, 6 and 4. Returno's got 16, 3 rebounds and 4 assists. They go around the perimeter. Brett off to Sharp, can't get the reverse to go. Holmes is there with the putback. Sharp pulls it down, out to Shelly, long 2. And they'll get another look here, Geelong. Brett now for 3. Can't hand them the lead.
They didn't make it, but Damon again, side pick and roll. Perth switched. Then you get Sharp on a roll. This is the action that's looking good for them. 6
offensive boards in the quarter already for Geelong. Speaking of, Turner goes up to pull that one down. Foul. Straight on the floor is Shelly. Possession arrow will go the way of Perth. Let's take another look.
Bree Turner made the mistake of bringing the ball down where the piranha lives.
But the hustle of Shelly to put her body on the floor to grab that, they're the possessions Venom need to win at this point in time.
They're going to have to scrap their way if they're to get it done tonight, this Geelong Venom team. They almost did it when these two teams met last here in Geelong.
And Ryan brings in 3, makes 3 subs.
Maya Morris back into the game. He's been really effective for them. Plus 12 in 11 minutes so far tonight. And there's a turnover for the Lynx.
Unforced too. And your Maya Morris, Joe, she comes into this game shooting an astronomical 83% from the field. So
just the 83, done.
Just a casual 83. So if you can get her the ball anywhere around the basket, another unforced turnover.
She was disappointing by her standards, 5 of 7 against Southside last time out. Really let that average slide. 9 turnovers apiece. As Cal said, it's going to be key down the stretch here. Perth by 2. Here is Morris, who's so effective in this part of the floor. She's fouled by Holmes on that occasion. That'll be the 2nd foul on Mackenzie Holmes.
University of Mississippi State. The Bulldogs, she get down there, she's problem. She's not going to get any shorter back as the game goes on.
She is definitely not. But she's just been making the right decisions. That's why her shooting percentage is so good.
You can play the WNBL quiz and test your knowledge, score bragging rights this WNBL season. Scan the QR code on screen to play the quiz and see whether you can beat the buzzer. Can't promise it'll be as good as our quiz in the pre-game show, but it's going to be a good quiz nonetheless. Let's get down to Kelsey Brown.
Just something to watch at the back of plays. Ali Wilson, I bet you she can't wait to get that custom mask made. She's adjusting it. She had 3, 2 and 2 in the first and only has had 2 attempts since then. I think it's bothering her a little bit.
Yeah, she is playing with it at every chance she gets, Cal. She crashes the offensive glass here. And he's able to get it to go. She trained with it a few times. There you go, right on cue. Tries to adjust it. So she trained with it a few times before she wore it in that first game. She trained with it 3 times. They couldn't get her a custom fit one, so she had to try 4 before she found this one, which was the best of the options. She's rolling with that until her next game, when the custom one should be ready when she gets to Perth.
Can they make something that just covers the nose? Why does it have to go all the way up to the forehead?
Well, how's it going to stay on if it just covers her nose?
Maybe just, I don't know, just some type of, I don't know, smaller maybe?
53 to 48. There she is. So
get a tinted one too for style.
This is why, if you have one that just goes over the nose, like a rhinoplasty, you get hit, that's still affecting your nose. Whereas if you've seen that mask, there's actually a space. It touches her forehead, but there's a space over her nose. So if she does get hit, hopefully it doesn't hit the nose. That's the point.
Here's Rotunno again. Lily Rotunno. Where's this come from? An equal game high 19 points.
Career high for Lily Rotunno. What is it? Are we looking at it?
Gotta be. Morris drops it off to Gorman. Graham with the right hand, swatted by Sharp, who was razor sharp on that play. Morris misses. And the Venom are really making a run at this now. 2-point game. Clinch Hoygaard for 3 and the lead.
Cannot leave her open. But again, coming from Rotunno, pushing the pace in offensive transition. Clinch Hoygaard, when her card is called, she's putting it up. I think I've been hanging out with you two guys way too long. All these punts.
Spot on, though, bet. Cash. Paced. Transition. And that's what Ryan Petrick said. And they've done a good job throughout, considering. But that particular play phase there cost them.
So, and again, this is another foul off the ball on a made basket from Geelong that's going to cost the Perth Lynx a possession. We saw it earlier in the game. So Geelong by 1.
Oh, there
really
it is.
Getting going, and now it is all starting to come up Venom.
There it is, ball screen between Rotunno and Mackenzie Holmes. Perth Lynx got officially big problems.
18 points in the quarter for Geelong, only 9 for the Lynx thus far. Graham can't hit. Clinch Hoygaard the rebound. They turned a 6-point deficit at halftime into a 3-point lead. Lily Rotunno wants more, and Morris is having none of it.
That's why she's second in the lead for blocks. She's handed out invitations as per normal. But again, Rotunno, I don't mind that. Pushing the ball.
Yep.
No one's picking her up. They're getting stops, forcing Perth into quick shots.
Good defense, the scrambling Lynx defense forces the turnover. Number 12 for the Venom. At the other end, Gorman the 3, no good. Rebound to Holmes, that's her 8th of the contest to go with 10 points. Rotunno and Atwell lead their respective teams with 19. Atwell hasn't scored in the quarter so far. Perth haven't done a great deal of scoring in the quarter so far. Clinch Hoygaard's played some impressive and important minutes, comes across the lane. Tried to get it to go off the glass. Geelong keep it alive. Holmes gets underneath. Scores with 1 to come. She is so crafty down there.
Crafty, that's the word. Good offensive rebound. She doesn't rush the shooter straight away. We check the Amy replay. Good drop step. Nice little righty kind of hook.
And she is stomping in the strike house, David.
University of Indiana. Hoosier. Playing herself into some rhythm now.
Just the 10 games in the WNBA season. Her debut WNBA season, a knee injury. She was a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year and All-American at Indiana, and now another turnover. It's a 6-point Geelong lead, their biggest break in the game. Sharp almost pulled the trigger. They whip it around the perimeter. Shelly, baseline. Good defence there from Graham. Wins it back for Perth.
And that was a needed stop from Graham just to slow the momentum of the Venom. But what a third quarter from Geelong. They needed stops, they needed to push, and they've done exactly that.
21 points to 9 so far in the quarter. Kelsey spoke about it right at the start of the game that the third quarter was going to be critical. Geelong haven't lost one, Perth haven't won one so far this season. The trend's continuing.
And Geelong are playing a 2-3 zone as Jemai Morris. Oh, missed one. I would have swore she'd have finished. But a 2-3 zone is causing problems for both teams.
Kelsey, are you going to go buy a lottery ticket? Because your pre-game prognostication about these third quarters has come true.
I just wanted to jump in here and say, just a reminder to everyone what I said off the top. It's currently 22-9, make that 22-9 Geelong's way in this third quarter. We knew that this is the one that they come out and they have a dictatorship on. They love this third quarter. Mackenzie Holmes getting into the game now.
Returno, dime. Holmes, bucket.
So Holmes is up to 15-9. Returno's got 19-7. And Geelong have left this Perth team in their wake here in this third quarter. Can they get something going here? Graham for the Lynx. That is a much-needed three. First of this second half so far.
A calming shot from Graham, but you see Perth Lynx now playing big ball with Morris, Turner, Tony, Atwell, Graham in the game.
Lynch Hoycard can't get it to go. Good box out from Graham to keep Holmes off the boards. Under a minute remaining here in this third term. Geelong has made their run and Perth have got the shovels out again. Can they dig themselves out of the hole here in the final term? Graham, no. Tough rebound, pulls it down. Offloads it to Morris, who spent too much time in there.
You only get 3 seconds in there, Beck. It was open.
Atwell, oh. Geelong got away with one right there. Graham, that's a great move. Sharp trying to pull it down. Atwell was there. She might have just fumbled the ball, but too long in the paint by Morris.
6-point game. Sharp, corner three ball. Have they come to play or what here in this third term, the Venom?
Sharpshooter.
Called a long two. You are in rare form, Beck Cole. 15 seconds to go. You have been spending too much time with us.
Way too much.
Chivatoni, 8-point deficit. She's made big buckets already this season. Can't get that to fall, but will have a chance at the line.
Geelong have powered on 38 points at the half, 26 in this quarter, as we see Chiba just do what she always does, just bullies her way to the basket, gets one to go, but missed it, but goes to the free throw line. But Lily Returno, penetration and kick, making everything happen.
84% free throw shooter. Alex Chibatoni displays her acumen with the first of two.
And what's been impressive, Venom have been on 5 team fouls for the last few minutes, but have been able to get stops.
And a chance to get one going here into three-quarter time. Shelly puts it up, can't get it to fall. But it was an almighty turnaround, a 12-point swing in the game in that term. And Geelong go to the final change, up by 6, 64-58. Another thrilling finish between these two teams is next.
For the team and getting up and about and having some fun throughout the night. Ready? Big reveal coming in 3, 2, 1. Here they are. We got a winner. $100 Edge clothing voucher is all yours. Congratulations to you. And a big thanks to Edge Clothing as
Checking some statistics at three-quarter time for the Perth Lynx. Amy Atwell leading the scoring with 19 points. And for Geelong, Venom, Alex Sharp has 10 points and 5 rebounds. Mackenzie Holmes, 16 points, 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And Lily Rotano leading the way with 19 points, 3 rebounds and 8 assists at three-quarter time.
What a final term we are set up for at the Strike House. Tuesday night hoops in the WNBL. It is a 6-point lead to the Geelong Venom, and it came off a massive 26-point third quarter in which they turned a 6-point deficit into a 6-point three-quarter time lead. Joel Peterson, Beck Cole, Damon Lowry with you. Kelsey Brown is courtside in the Strike House this evening. 64-58, a quarter to go. The 1-4 Venom, the 4-1 Lynx. It is 2nd and 7th, but it does not feel like it. And after they played a 1-point game 9 days ago, these two teams are again going right down to the wire. Holmes is a rebound away from a double-double. She adds 2 more to her tally and gets herself to 18 on the night. The Lynx with some work to do. What was Ryan Petrick's message at three-quarter time, Kelsey?
Well, it was all about the offense. They actually want to get a lot more going through Annalene Maley. She's had 6 points, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Brianna Turner. But it was Annalene Maley that stepped in at three-quarter time, and she said it's about stops and O-boards. Our talking and our communication is fine, but that was a big hit.
Lily Rotano's been in everything tonight. 19 points.
And not only 19 points, Joel, 8 assists. And the team has 16 assists as a whole right now. So that's half.
Should be 9 assists because she passed that one into Mackenzie Holmes. Only took a dribble, maybe 2 max. But good patience by Lily Rotano. And she's playing both ends of the floor. Fearless. Is there a little women's society back? There's a little big man society that I've come from. Is there a little big woman society? Will she be in it?
What? She's showing she's a ticket holder tonight.
The little big woman.
Putting her hand up. Clinch Hoycard drives to the hoop. There's a foul on the play. And the last thing we want to see is Mackenzie Clinch Hoycard taking a knock to the noggin, having just come back from concussion.
It looked like she just copped a wild stray right there.
So Taylor Flint, one of our referees tonight, alongside Kalia Hanks and Shannon Jennings, walk over to check if she was okay.
Yeah, that was, it wasn't in the face. Around the clavicle area.
So it's going to be a technical free throw here for Jazz Shelly. It's not exactly what Perth needed, that's for sure. 67-58. You see Brianna Turner at the bottom of the screen seeking an explanation for the call.
Yeah, it was incidental, but Perth have brought the shovels out, Joe, dug themselves a hole. But this is where they're dangerous, Beck.
They have the credentials, Damon, for closing out games. Can Geelong get a bit of their medicine, what Perth have got, and put it to themselves in the fourth quarter?
Shelly stepping through and hitting. 11-point lead is a new high watermark in the game for the Venom. What a performance this has been. We know how underhanded they are. And the Lynx are going to try and find some big answers here down the stretch. Chipotoni's been a big part of a couple of comebacks so far this year. Her own offensive rebound there. Maley's been quiet. Needs to get busy.
Great D.
Flung that one at the rim.
We're going to ask who's going to step up with Holmes. A great steal by Turner on the fast break.
And that is one way to get it started for Perth.
But we have Returno 19, Shelly 11, Sharp 10, Holmes 18, and Clinch Hoycard on 9. This is what we've been asking for. Get the team to help with Holmes, and this is the position you can be in.
Have found that support around them tonight. A little bit more offensive weaponry. Mackenzie Hoycard does make a big difference coming back into this team as two. Played some important minutes earlier in the season. Chris Lucas had said that he was planning to start her when she was back and fit and firing, and she might not be far away from making her way into that lineup if she can get through tonight unscathed.
What?
She fires a three ball here. It's a monstrous hit.
Mackenzie is the wild card.
Oh, that was a good one. But this is what's so good about Clinch Hoycard, because she can shoot from that three-point line so well. She stretches the floor.
And here's Holmes off and running. 14-point lead. Ryan Petrick has had enough. 74-60. It is 36-16 since half-time. And Geelong are up and running. 7:19 remaining. It's the Venom by 14. What an extraordinary turnaround in this game. And you just get the feeling that the Perth coach, Ryan Petrick, might be using both of those remaining timeouts very soon if things don't improve.
He just might be right now. Geelong Venom is sinking their fangs in and just poisoning what Perth have been able to do to close out these games. But it's not over. There's 7 minutes. We know the credentials of Perth. Grab your popcorn.
Is there a snake charmer in the Lynx lineup that can somehow take control?
And I mean, defensively, and Beck spoke about it, it's 19 for Returno, it's 11 for Shelly, it's 10 for Sharp, it's 20 for Holmes. So for Perth, from a defensive perspective, it's pick your poison. How do they find a way through trying to stop these options that Geelong have got? Take a look at the Amy replay of this absolute bomb from Mackenzie Clinch Hoycard. Back into the team, and they're doing it at both ends with the hustle play. And Mackenzie Holmes, it's the Mackenzie show, the Mac attack for the Venom, has them out to a 14-point lead. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry, Beck Cole, and Kelsey Brown with you. 7:19 remaining. There's a lot of work for Perth to do, Beck. Their crunch time credentials are going to have to be fully on show here.
There is, and it starts on the defensive end. They need to get stops, but they are on 14 fouls, so they need to do it, but they need to be clean as well, so they're not forcing Geelong to the foul line for easy 3 points.
It is not an easy recipe for them at the moment. Coming off a doubleheader, they played on Sunday, they travel cross-country. There'll be some fatigue in these bodies. Can they resurrect this game and get their 5th win of the season, or will Clinch Hoycard be the game clincher? 77-60. It's a 17-point Geelong lead.
If you keep a score at home, I hope you guys caught that game clincher.
There's 2 for Perth, and a very valuable 2 as well. Just their 4th point of the quarter.
Lily Returno is a maestro. 10 assists. Just get open. She will find you.
And if she's not going to find you, she'll get all the way in and almost score herself. Rebound falls to Maley. Maley, Turner, Chippertoni, Wilson, Atwell out there for Perth at the moment. Maley puts 2 in. And Chris Lucas wants to talk it over with his team now. 13-point game, under 6 minutes remaining. 77-64 at the timeout. And we know what Annalie Maley did in the 4th quarter on Sunday. She's going to have to do all that and more tonight.
And I just saw exactly that. Kelsey just said Ryan Petrick wanted the ball in Annalie Maley's hand. Right there, it's exactly what she did against the Southside Melbourne Flyers. Took it from the half court, and put it to the basket.
You spoke about this woman, Damon. 19 and 9 for Lily Rotunno. This has been a real breakout game for her.
Yeah, and I need to have a word with the statisticians because I've counted 11 of them. But anyway, nevertheless, this girl is a pocket rocket, speed in transition, playing with no fear, poised, not turning the ball over, going where the ball needs to go. Great pick and roll play with her and Mackenzie Holmes. Great pick and pop play with her and Mackenzie Hoycard. She is playing an absolute stellar game at the point.
And she keeps her dribble alive. She's always just dribbling, seeing what is on for her, what's not on, and it's really impressive for such a young point guard to lead this team.
77-64, 5:54 remaining in this one. Kels, you had to listen to Chris Lucas at that timeout.
Yeah, well, we spoke about Ryan Petrick going through Annalene Maley. Chris wants to go through Mackenzie Hoycard. He wants more threes and open looks for her, so don't expect if there's not some plays drawn up for her.
This time it's Shelly for 3, front iron, won't fall. Foul on Sharp as she battled for the rebound with Maley. Rotunno, Shelly, Sharp, Hoycard, Holmes, the 5 for Chris Lucas and Geelong. Each of those players now in double figures. Atwell has 19 in the game. Maley, Turner, Wilson and Gorman all out there.
With the
Amy Atwell hasn't scored in this half, Damon.
I was just going to say, that's the problem. Now, whose fault is that? I mean, I'm looking at the teammates going, look, we had a hot hand at the half, and it's been a little bit of equal opportunity. Everybody's going to have their chance to eat at some stage, but Amy Atwell was set the table, and they forgot about her.
Yep, they need to pass her a plate and do it quickly. Maley up the left side of the floor.
Right there.
Halfway gone in this term. There she is, Amy Atwell, right on cue. And we know that she can get hot in a hurry. 10-point game. 4:48 to go. Sharp now, baseline, reverse finish is tough.
What a tough finish, like you said, JP. Reverse layup over again, the length of Turner. The confidence of Venom right now.
Maley at the other end. He's left frustrated with the miss.
Even that possession there, Annalie penetrates and shoots it, but she had Amy Atwell wide open right in front of her. This is what I mean. You got to know where the hot hand is at all times. It can't always be equal opportunity.
Sharp's got 12 and 7. Holmes a rebound away from a double-double. Tried to add another 2 points there, and Annalie Maley crashing the glass in vintage fashion. Foul on the play.
Well, we see Maley grabbing in those last 2 boards. Right now, she's giving me the fourth quarter energy she did against the Flyers. We see Atwell come to play. You can just never say die with the Perth Lynx.
Nah, they're never out of a game. Too much firepower.
See Alex Ciabattoni locked in on the bench. Leaning forward, taking it all in. Gorman out there with Atwell, Turner, Wilson and Maley. Almost a fumble on this possession. 8 on the shot clock remaining. Maley sees the double, flings it up, can't get it to fall. They sent the help from the right spot. Did the Venom. 12-point lead. Perth led by 12 early in the second term. Holmes with the find down low. Got it from Shelly. 22 and 10 for Mackenzie.
Just played herself. Oh, look at good defense by Jazz Shelly.
Fourth double-double from 6 games, Damon.
Just played herself right into some form. Was quiet with 6 and 3 early in this game. Looked like she wasn't getting any touches, and all of a sudden.
3 ball for Shelly. Will rattle in. What a second half this has been from the Venom. They are out by 17.
It's a beat down back.
Atwell can't hit that at the other end. Nor that.
And the Venom shooting from the 3-point line with such confidence and quick releases. 45% right now. That is the scout.
Perth led by 12 in that second quarter. It is Geelong by 17, the biggest lead in the game. And that is a Venom bench looking pretty happy with how things are playing out at the moment. Gemma Potter's back out there with Sharp, Shelly, Rotunno and Holmes. Let's have a look at this last possession for Perth.
And this is what I'm talking about right here. Amy Atwell in the corner. Annalise got two people on her. Amy is wide open. It's shots like that that kind of kills the team's momentum. They're trying to mount somewhat of a comeback. Amy had the hot hand, just made the previous three. And I just feel like, Beck, in situations as a guard, I always have to know where my stud hot hand is at all times.
You do, and it's so hard when you're on the comeback all the time because you have the mentality of, I want to be the one to help my team get it done and make that comeback. But like you said, where's the hot hand? And Maylee, you've done your job. You've created two people to come sink into you.
Live scores, latest news and more. The WNBL app, the best way to stay in touch this season. Download it now, scan the QR code or head to your app store. Keep a track of this enthralling season. Closing out round 4 tonight. Geelong are about to spring a surprise. They ran Perth close last time. They're going to do all that and more tonight. 2 minutes remaining. 86-67 after they trailed by 6 points at half time. It has been a dominant second half. 48 points, I should say, in this second half for Geelong. Perth have scored just 23.
It was real hard to lose a game like this, up 19, up 21. Jazz Shelly just manipulating the pick and roll defense beautifully now. I think Perth are ready to get to the airport, Beck.
88-67. And in the range of possible outcomes, not even the most ardent Venom supporter would have seen this coming tonight. 2 will go up the other end for Chibatoni. She's got 10 in the game on 4 of 8 shooting. 22 for Holmes, 21 for Rotunno. She's got 10 assists. Holmes has got 22 and 11. Sharp looking down low. Rotunno for one more. Not that time, but Potter keeps it alive. Blocked by Morris.
And Chris Lucas is asking, where was this? It's hard because, like you said, Beck, nobody's going to be playing perfect basketball this early in the season. But once you show a coach, stand to get this girl a round of applause, people. What a hell of a game by Lily.
Career night.
To the coach, sorry, JP. Once you show it to him once, they're going to expect it more often.
Outstanding performance from Lily Rotunno. And there'll be a lot to celebrate from this Geelong. I mean, what kind of confidence would this Geelong team take out of a result like this, Beck?
Huge amounts. They've been there. And I said it pre-game, the ladder doesn't matter with Geelong. They've been so close, they just haven't got it over the line. But this gives them the confidence, hey, we're on the right track.
Done such a good job in this second half. And again, Perth's offensive woes are going to continue off the back of this game. They have not scored 80 points yet in this season. Shelly, beautiful dime to Brett. That would have finished things perfectly for the home team. So 75, 73, 77, 70 and 79 so far for the Lynx. 69 with 30 seconds remaining here. This high-powered offense we've seen for so many seasons just is not clicking early. Alira Fotu into the game. Has that one taken away. And Holmes wants a couple more to finish here. Won't get it there. Brett will get the rebound. They have dominated the offensive glass. They have dominated the ball game in this second half. And the strike house is going to stand up and applaud. A second half domination by the Venom, who sunk their teeth into the Lynx tonight. 88-69. A 19-point win, their second of the campaign, and coming off a 25-point loss earlier in the round. That is a hell of a way to turn things around for Chris Lucas and his team.
It really is, and it all started from that lady on camera right there. Rotunno, the energy she had. She was up in the lanes on defensive pressure, then she was pushing the ball. Not only was she scoring, she was finding her teammates. Her energy led into Holmes. We saw her showing some passion, and everyone stepped up from the Geelong Venom tonight.
It was a huge turnaround in that second half. They trailed by 6, a 25-point swing in the game from where they found themselves at half-time, Damon. For a young team without a couple of their key players, that's a really impressive result.
A young team that was sick of losing, a young team that's got some fresh legs and a lot of energy to hold the Perth Lynx to 69 points. I don't care if they had a game on the moon yesterday. They held that high-octane team down, only gave them 11 points in the last quarter.
They've got so much to be happy about. They'll get Elisa Pearley back sometime soon. Shyla Heal, they hope, to return to the fold soon as well. So they've got some more than handy reserves laying in wait to the Geelong Venom. And why not go for the post-game selfie as well to close things out. They're the final winners in round 4 of the WNBL. They join Sydney over Canberra, Townsville over the Venom earlier in the week, Bendigo over Canberra, Adelaide. The Lynx got it done over Southside on Sunday. They come here to Geelong tonight and they get toppled in a big way here in this second half, 88-69. How much of a concern do you think this offense would be for Ryan Petrick at the moment, Beck? It's going to be a big talking point to come out of that. We'll get to that in a moment and talk more about the Lynx and the wash-up of this one. But a career night for Lily Rattano. She was outstanding, Kelsey Brown.
She was absolutely phenomenal. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 4 boards to go with it as well. Lily, that is a career night for you. How does it feel to come off a performance like that?
It feels good. I've really been focusing on just trying to come out a bit more aggressive because I know it's going to open up everyone else and we have such a talented group. And yeah, no, it just feels good to see a few go in.
Has there been a lot of talk between you and Coach Chris around how you want to play, and you came out and you executed? He was so proud of you. You had a big hug when you came off the court. What's he been like instilling confidence in you?
Oh, Chris has been unreal. He's really been focusing on instilling confidence in me, and he has shown that he's trusted me to, you know, coming into my first year as a rostered player to starting straight off the bat, which is good. And Chris has helped me with my development off court for a while, so yeah, it feels great.
For the team, it was a massive turnaround in that second half. You must have gone in and spoken about a few things at halftime. Can you give us some insight into that?
For us, it's all about our defense. We train so hard and we really push each other all the time. So I think it's just great to finally see that reflect on court because we have such a talented group, and I think our identity is going to be our defense this season, which we really showed that tonight.
You talk about that identity on the defensive end. Offensively tonight, things seem to work out for you. 88 points to finish the game. Offensively, what did you like as well?
I think everyone had an aggressive mindset tonight. We have a really, like I said, we have a really talented group. We have scorers everywhere, so it's so easy to play once we kind of figure out stuff ourselves. I feel like teams aren't beating us, but we're beating ourselves, so I feel like we've slowly figured that out, which has been good.
A superstar on your team is Mackenzie Holmes. You and her had a great 1-2 game there tonight. It seemed like you went to that a little bit more towards the back end of that game. How do you find playing with her, and what does she bring out in you?
Oh, she's amazing. She plays for everyone else, and as you can see, she's also just an amazing scorer, screener, one of the greatest players I've ever played with. So yeah, it's awesome, especially as a point guard, playing with such a talented big like herself. So yeah, no, she's been amazing for us to start the season. I'm sure she will for the rest.
Well, Lily, an absolutely phenomenal game from you. Go and enjoy this win with your team, and go and celebrate that performance for yourself.
Awesome, thank you so much.
So 88-69, there's Kelsey Brown with Lily Rattano. And why not just take a moment to sit back and enjoy what she delivered this evening. So still only 22 years of age. We spoke about from the Gold Coast, played in New Zealand last year. She was a DP with the Boomers a few seasons ago. And this was a real breakout for her tonight, Beck.
It really is. She's had big shoes to fill with Shyla Heal being out, but they changed the lineup into the starting point guard position. And you know what? This game makes their next coach that they verse and teams play the pick and roll differently, play her differently, and now she's going to have one hell of an opportunity to find her teammates.
Knocked the 3-ball down as well. And as you said during the call, Damon, shot it with some real confidence.
Yeah, you can just hear in her post-match press conference, she speaks like older than her years. Great poise by her. Look at the way her teammates get around her. She's just infectious with the energy that she brings. Huge fan.
And let's take a look at her shot chart. Thanks to the very good people at Ford. 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 4 from outside. And if we all get that many green lights on the way home this evening, I think we'd be pretty happy with our evening's work. What a night for Lily Ratunno. 21 and 10 for her this evening in that 19-point Geelong Venom win over the Lynx. Let's get down to Kelsey Brown, who's with another of the Venom stars, Mackenzie Holmes.
I am with the star of the game, Mackenzie. That one, coming into that, you were 1 and 4. You come away with a huge win tonight. What does that mean for the team?
Yeah, I think, you know, we knew we were right there, and it just took every single one of us all 40 minutes. It felt really good to just put a complete game together, and I think everyone who stepped on the floor contributed in some way, shape, or form, and I couldn't ask for a better effort.
You are quite understated in how you're taking on this win. I feel like this is what you were expecting from your team coming into the league. How does this one feel when you sort of can piece this together? You want to sort of push this on. Where are you sort of thinking this team can go in this season?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be not getting complacent after this win. You know, there's still going to be things that we can get better at from this game. So we'll go back, watch the film, see what we can do. We know we have a quick turnaround, playing a really good Southside team here in a few days. So just continuing to, you know, find our identity. And I think that was through the defensive end tonight, especially in that second half.
Spoke to Lily Ratunno, a massive game from her career night. She had 21 points, 10 assists. It was a huge game. We talked about the combination between the two of you. How did you see it on your side?
Yeah, that's my roommate, so I guess we have that little connection going. But no, it was great to see Lily have that success. She's an extremely hard worker. Every single day gives her all. She's so deserving. I thought she came out super aggressive. You know, she didn't back down from anybody that she was playing against, and I thought that showed tonight, but I'm really happy for her.
I asked Chris Lucas before the game how he instills confidence and belief in you guys when you're coming into a game 1 and 4. It feels like he's been able to challenge you guys and keeping that belief. Can you talk to us about him as a coach and how he sort of provides that strength of character between you guys?
I think we just know, you know, Chris has seen it all. You know, 400 games, and he's been in this league for a very long time, so he knows. We trust the words that he says. You know, we take it very seriously, and when he gets on us, anything that he has to say, I think that we all listen and know that it's coming from a good place, even though, you know, sometimes it's hard conversations that have to be had, but you know, it's just, he's so well respected in this league and so knowledgeable of the game, and I think that he just trusts us and knows that we have what it takes, and just continuing to, you know, put the pieces together to see what works.
You did tonight without Alyssa Pilley, without Shyla Hill. You've got two big stars out of the game. Is there anyone you want to shout out for their efforts tonight outside of Lily?
I mean, I thought Mac was amazing. You know, she's been out. She's had a string of bad luck. So the fact that she was able to come out here and do what she did. But, you know, I think, like I said, every single person that stepped on the floor, Jazz on defense, Sharpie on the hustle plays, Alyssa Brett on the hustle plays. I think every single person that came out, you know, Gemma's our defensive engine. So I think just every single person that came out today gave a great effort, and I'm really proud of how we competed.
Lastly, you're new to Geelong, new to Australia. You said that you've enjoyed the coffee in town. Is there a place that you want to shout out?
Oh, yeah, I'll shout out Soft Cafe. I think Gemma and I go there pretty much every day, sometimes twice a day. We went there twice today. So, yeah, Soft Cafe. I don't know my Geelong geography very well, so I can't tell you where it is, but it's very good. So check it out.
We absolutely love what you're doing in this league. And Joel, that was for you. You text me and asked me for a coffee recommendation. I got one from Mackenzie Holmes.
It's straight from the best, Kelsey. Thank you very much. I'll be there in the morning, no doubt about that. And I might see Mackenzie Holmes and Gemma Potter there. The two housemates, Lily Ratunno and Mackenzie Holmes tonight, had 43 points, 16 rebounds and 14 assists between them. And gee, she's putting out, again, another masterpiece together, Beck. 22 and 12 for someone who's right in that MVP conversation.
I'm just so impressed with her. Again, still young, but no one can speed her up. She can shoot the mid-range. She can make lovely post moves inside with just splendid footwork. And you saw what I love. The difference between the first half and the second was the energy, the passion. She wanted it.
Yeah, that's... She brings that real fire to this team. She's brought so much in her first season in the competition. We're all the better for having her. One more interview from Geelong. Let's get to Kels, who's with Jazz Shelly.
I am with Jazz Shelly. Jazz, I had to pull you away from the signature line. What does it mean to get a win like that in front of these fans? I feel like they've been crying out for a win and a game like that for a little bit of time. How does it feel to put that out in front of them?
There's definitely a lot of happier faces in here tonight, which is really cool. I mean, our crowd is one of the best, and we have so many young girls that come to our game. It's a Tuesday night. They're going to school the next day, and they're still here, but they ride with us every game, and we're so proud to be able to get that win for them.
Look at her, she can play the game and she can save my head from getting bounced on by a ball. Jazz, there's a few things that obviously a lot of things went well, but there was a few things that you need to clean up. What are the biggest takeouts out of this one?
Our defense needed to be better. I think we play so well when we play free and we can junk it up, and I think we did that second half. First half was still a little rocky, but we played incredible in the second half, and our offense becomes easier when we play good defense. So.
You talk about that second half. I want to ask about the starts, though. It's been a little bit of an issue for you guys. What do you think you need to get a better start? Is it the warm-up? Is it something off the court? What do you think it is?
It's weird because I feel like we feel juiced up and we're ready to go. I think we just got to calm the nerves. I think we come in a little scared, and I think we got to come in like we're confident and we can do this. I think we're going to have a lot of confidence coming from this, and hopefully we have a better start next game.
Last one from me. I asked Mackenzie Holmes if there was anyone you wanted to shout out on the team tonight. We love talking about our teammates here in Australia, so anyone you want to reach out to?
My players, I thought Mackenzie Clinch-Hoyka was unreal tonight, and to play against her opposing team and to be able to shoot the way she did, and she brings energy, and we really missed her. And then Lily Rattano was obviously awesome tonight as well.
Well, we absolutely love what you do, Jazz Shelly. Go and enjoy this win and go and sign some autographs.
Thank you.
Good on you, Kels. Thank you, and thanks to Jazz. 25-year-old who we spoke about it during the course of the call, Beck. Very early in her career is Jazz Shelly. She's a co-captain of this team, but she speaks with some real authority in the way that she delivers her message. And I mean, what a leader she is for the future for this Geelong franchise.
She sure is, and she came in last season with the Geelong Venom really as a leader, and only in her first season. New club, fresh faces, fresh uniform, and I think she really takes it in her stride, and you can tell along with Holmes on the court, she also is so verbal with her team, and that's really important, but she always stays positive.
And in their win so far this season, Damon, she was terrific against Adelaide a few weeks ago. She'd struggled to impact the game in their losses, and tonight she doesn't have her best shooting game, but 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, importantly 6 steals for Jazz Shelly.
Yeah, she's a gamer. Like, she's just plays the game of basketball. You can't really pigeonhole her into one specific position. She just does whatever it takes to win games.
And someone who's played college at big schools, isn't afraid of big stages, big moments. That's going to take her a long way.
University of Oregon, then she went to University of Nebraska, put up some nice numbers there, played for Australia as a junior. She knows what it's about and what it takes. So like she said, they just need to calm the nerves a little bit, maybe to start the game off. But once they get out there and play with that energy, they're going to be tough.
Now, it's the type of win that you can really build a season around, and Chris Lucas and this Geelong team will be hoping that they can do exactly that. Their second triumph of the season after a 25-point loss earlier in the round. They get it done by 19 with a second half comeback over the Perth Lynx. We'll break it all down on the other side of this. great Tuesday of hoops here in the WNBL. Geelong, well, they needed to spring a surprise tonight. They absolutely did that. They win by 19 points in the end over the Perth Lynx, who came in second leg of a double. It was for Geelong as well. They were disappointed earlier in the week at home. They will not leave disappointed tonight. Beck Cole and Damon Lowry, there are our full-time match stats, and for the Venom, it paints a pretty picture, Beck.
It really does. A big one that stands out to me is they won the rebound count, 43-36. That is just outstanding. And for me, they really shut down Annalie Maley on those boards too. And that is a big task.
Well, Perth came in as the #1 rebounding team, the #1 defensive rebounding team in the competition. Importantly, Damon, 11 offensive rebounds in the second half for Geelong. And they held Perth to only 2 made three-pointers in that second half. Amy Atwell had 19 points in the first half, and they completely shut that down in the second, the Venom.
Yeah, Amy was a little bit of a victim of some of her teammates' poor decisions. We'll just say that, because she had 19 at the half, and I'm not saying she has to get the ball every single time, but when she's hot, you definitely have to make her a priority. Now, as far as the offensive rebounds go, that's just energy. That's energy, heart, and hustle, and Geelong had more of it than what Perth had.
Yeah, it's a great performance from Chris Lucas and his team. I mean, he is a coach who can pull together a defensive game plan. You heard Jazz Shelly use the term junk it up. That's what he likes his team to do. That's what they were able to do here in this second half. They went in it down by 6 points. So it's 44-38 as we go to half-time. They come out of it and score 50 points to Perth's 25. It was a second half masterclass, and everything just came up for the blue and green team, Beck.
It was so impressive. Their three-point shooting percentage was astronomical, as Damon used that word earlier. But what happened is it came from their defence, and then they were pushing the ball in transition. But the Perth Lynx just did not have the anti-venom for Geelong tonight.
They certainly did not. They're going to have to get a tourniquet on this wound pretty quick, will the Lynx, because they need to back up and keep their season rolling. They've got a tough challenge against Bendigo next Sunday in this competition. Mackenzie Holmes was absolutely outstanding, 22 and 12 for her. Lily Rotunno with a career game, 21 and 10. So some contributions from all kinds of sources, and then plays like that from Jazz Shelly just to ice it at the end.
Nothing like it when the momentum is going your way. It's just all downhill skiing, and they did a great job just riding the wave.
Yeah, well, somebody had said the top 4 was set earlier in the broadcast. I don't know who that was, but the Geelong Venom, they're up to 2 and 4. Lynx moved to 4 and 2. You can see that the Townsville Fire still riding things out on top, and the Bendigo Spirit shuffle up that spot with Perth's loss tonight. Those two teams will meet next week, which is going to be a very, very tasty matchup indeed when Bendigo plays Perth. And the Geelong fans, they've come out on a Tuesday night at the Strike House, which is what we absolutely love to see. And they've been duly rewarded for their attendance this evening. And it is a great part of our competition, Beck, that you know, a lot of our clubs, most of our clubs, if not all of our clubs, offer the opportunity to come up and chat with the players. One of those, Mackenzie Clinch-Hoycard, who came back tonight after the concussion. Chris Lucas has spoken about the fact that he sees a really important role for her in this team, and she played it perfectly.
Oh, she was outstanding tonight, especially coming off concussion. But when her card was chosen, she delivered, and she was money.
Big three. She made a couple of big shots in this game, and you leave her alone at your peril, Damon.
At your peril, and Chris Lucas, you've got to play the cards that he's dealt. And she comes out and she's versatile. She can defend 3, 4, 5, and she can also score on the inside, and she can step out and make big shots, as we just saw.
Yeah, it was a full house for Chris Lucas and Geelong tonight, and they came up trumps in the end of this one. Again, they win at 88-69, their second win of the season, and it's quite remarkable. A 25-point loss earlier in the weekend to Townsville, and then a 19-point win. So a 44-point swing between their two games. I mean, who'd be a coach?
Yeah.
You'd pull your hair out, right, if you're Chris Lucas. You'd go from being the lowest of the low to high after this one. There's their next 4, Geelong. So Southside at home, then they're away to Adelaide, which has been a tough place to play so far in this season. They're 3 after that away. So they play Adelaide, Sydney, and then Bendigo. And I'm pretty sure that game is in Ballarat. I think that's at Selkirk Stadium, that game against Bendigo in a couple of weeks' time. As we said, Perth's next game is against the Bendigo Spirit. They play their next 2 against Bendigo. In fact, they've got Canberra, Southside and Townsville to come in that little run. So there's a little bit of what the Lynx have come across to see. In terms of Perth tonight, we spoke about Amy Atwell earlier in the game. So 19 points to half-time. She only finishes with 22. She was outstanding in the first half. She hadn't got going so far this season. Where did they miss her in that second half, Beck? Was it that they just didn't get her involved in the offense? What did you see as far as her game went?
She sat a lot of that third quarter. She wasn't actually on the floor a lot, but then in the fourth, she was wide open, and some of her teammates, they were doing the right thing and dribbling penetration into the key, drawing 2 plays, but were just missing her for that good shot for an extra great shot with Amy Atwell.
Most of her shots are at least good. They're in the first category, if not the second category, and she made a few of them, but only the 6 3-pointers, so they continue to struggle from that point. They came in shooting 22% from downtown Damon. They leave tonight with 26% on the board.
Yeah, like I said, we can, it's not panic stations, though, for the Perth Lynx because they're going to get better, but the defense is the biggest thing. We can talk about how many more shots Amy could have had, but what's the defensive issues they're having right now? They're leaking points. And they didn't leak as many in transition, but in the half court, it was nothing to be seen there. So they're missing some real bite on the defensive end on a consistent basis, and that's the biggest issue they have so far.
Well, and of course, they've got Bree Turner, who's such a force on that end, who is leaving in 2 games' time. So she's got 2 more games with them. Then they bring in Han Shu, and how they integrate her into this system, Ryan Petrick has said it's probably likely to get worse before it gets better in terms of making her feel at home within this offense. They're playing a style that suits her so far, but it won't be without its teething problems. Getting a new player, someone who plays such a vastly different style with her size to anyone in this competition, Beck, getting her integrated into this system for Perth will be a challenge over the next little while.
It will. It's not easy. You have a 5-man who is going to be starting, plays a different style of play to what you have in Brianna Turner. But Perth, like you said, not panic stations, because they have a group around them that are so productive on the offensive end. They'll be fine. I still think they'll get wins, but it will be the defence.
You imagine they'll be there and when the whips are cracking this Perth Lynx team tonight. They weren't good enough. Geelong came out and they really put on a show in that second half, did the Venom, on their home floor. They close out round 4 with a win by 19 points to go to 2-4 on the season. They'll start round 5 with a clash with the Southside Melbourne Flyers. Thanks for your company tonight. Thanks to all our crew behind the scenes. More WNBL action when round 5 kicks off. Thanks for your time.